Hi again, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the weekend. It's Monday, and that means we're back with our read alouds. As I was going through the library today trying to figure out what to read, I decided to do something from a series called Autobiographies You Never Thought You'd Read. So they're autobiographies written from the perspective of the mythical creature that they're about. And the first one we'll do today is from the perspective of the Loch Ness Monster. My name is Nessie. I live in a deep freshwater lake called Loch Ness in Scotland. Some people think I'm a monster. That's why I'm known as the Loch Ness Monster. A loch is a deep lake. Loch is a Gaelic word from Scotland and Ireland. I am huge, with a slippery skin. My neck and tail are long and graceful. My back arches into a large hump, or maybe 2 or 3. Loch Ness is 22 miles long. In places, it is 754 feet deep and very dark. Some people think it is hard to spot Nessie because she hides at the bottom. I think I was born here in Scotland. It's hard to remember since it was so long ago, maybe even millions of years in the past. Some people say I came from prehistoric times. A long-necked prehistoric reptile called a plesiosaur lived from about 205 million years ago. Is Nessie like this? When I was very young, the loch shook a lot from terrifying earth tremors. The water was very warm. These days the loch still shakes a little. The water is not as warm as it used to be, but it doesn't freeze over in winter. Loch Ness was formed about 500 million years ago. Water filled up a huge crack that was created by the Earth's tremors. People who lived in Scotland in the Bronze and Iron Ages might have spotted me first. They spoke of water horses with long necks. That sounds like me, don't you think? Then the Vikings invaded and said they saw water horses too. So maybe I'm a water horse, and what people had seen before were my relatives. There is an old story about me that tells of a holy man named St. Columba. He said I'd killed a human. Huh? So Columba rowed a boat to the middle of the loch. He called out, "Don't you ever kill anyone again." The story of St. Columba was first written down 100 years later by a monk called St. Adamnan. I really don't eat humans. I catch plenty of tasty salmon and eels. I'd also like to try some healthy green leaves, but the loch is so deep and dark that water plants can't grow easily. Peat soil from around the loch slips into the water and is what makes it murky. I was careful not to show myself much for many centuries, but in the 1930s, a road was built all around my lovely loch. Tourists came to admire this beautiful natural spot. And then one day in 1933, I popped my head to take a look at the people. Instead, I found they were all looking at me. I panicked and rolled around in the water. 2 tourists hurried off to tell the whole world what they had seen. All went quiet. But that winter, I rose to the surface of the lake and heard a click. Someone took my picture. Hugh Gray was the man with the camera. The Daily Sketch newspaper published his picture. One day, I saw a lot of boats sailing together in a row. What were they up to? I dived to the bottom for safety. Then I looked up and watched them moving across the loch. I soon felt strong waves of sound hitting me. It was scary. I heard later that the boats carried electronic sonar units. The sonar sent sound waves across the whole loch, and that's what hit me. The waves recorded 3 lumps in the loch. Was one of them me? The sonar project was called Deep Scan. It was led by Adrian Shine from the Loch Ness Project. Well, the people tried again the next day and recorded nothing. I'm way too smart to let them find me. Some people have given up. Others say I'm just a big fish. But there are always those who just keep on looking. In 1967, even Britain's Royal Air Force Film Unit tried to analyze film from Loch Ness. Of course, I exist, but you might never find me. It's hard to see down here. The water is very dark and cloudy. Divers find the water pressure too heavy for them. I think I'm safe from you all. At least, I hope so. And so that's the fun story of the Loch Ness Monster telling his own tale. I hope you enjoyed that, McGinn. Just a little bit different, an autobiography, which is a book written by someone about their life, and obviously in this case, fun from the Loch Ness Monster. All right, take care, McGinn. I'll see you soon.